Hey YouTube, it's Alicia here, and I am here to tell you a little bit about um, some matches last night. I was very intrigued about from TNA Impact. I want to tell y'all to keep subscribing to my channel. I am trying to, like I said, trying to reach 100 YouTube subscribers or 50 YouTube subscribers if I can reach that before the end of the year. So please subscribe to my channel. And so let's get started. I watched TNA Impact last night, and certain matches I liked, and certain matches I didn't like. So let's start off with Brian Cage, the X Division champion, and Phoenix. So as y'all know, y'all might know Phoenix and Brian Cage from Lucha Underground. So they're part of TNA. And I think Brian Cage has a dual contract, so he has to honor Lucha Underground and TNA. And Phoenix, I think, also has probably will be coming back to Lucha. We don't know what's gonna go down, so we gotta wait and see on that. But I actually love this match. This was a good match. You have Pentagon Jr. out there with him, and everything is pretty good. And one of the things I wanted to say about this particular match is number one. Let's just say number one. This match was brutal. Is one. It was good, but in the long run, it gave starting to show off. It did good. It just started to show off real good and everything, and I just couldn't believe that this was a good match in general. So after the match, Brian Cage is leaving out, and he retained his title belt, and that's when Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix was attacked. Now, all three of these guys between Cage, Phoenix, and Pentagon Jr. are from Lucha Underground, so you know they're gonna always have each other back. Uh, okay, getting to where Jeremy Kane and OVE attacks Phoenix and Pentagon. So he just turned around and was like, I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm not gonna do nothing. He could not go back and help his Lucha brothers. He could not go back on this guy who he just fought, and he like, this guy just fought me. I gotta do something. So what he does, he comes in and he helps. And he put his title down, and he goes back and he helped destroy OVE and things. So it's looking like now evened up. Now it's Brian Cage, Phoenix, and Pentagon Jr. versus Jeremy Kane and OVE. So it's them three versus these three. So I think now it's leading up to a good triple threat match against these three. So I just thought that was nice of him to do, even though he didn't have to do that, but he did. Now, the other match I'm going to talk about the women at the end, but I'm going to talk about Moose. I would have thought Moose would betray Eddie Edwards. And I mean, you thought, and like you thinking, okay, Moose got it. And Moose just do the unthinkable. Moose wasn't even hurt anyway. He lied. So I know it's scripted and everything, but come on. I don't think you say, oh, he's my friend, and you betray him like this. Even like stuff like this in the WWE, but I'll digress. But I'm going, this to me was so wrong. To me, it was so wrong in the wrongest way. Let's talk about it. Number one, You got Austin Aries and stuff. He's being cocky and really truly. I don't know. I don't know. I think a lot of people will say they do not like cocky wrestlers. Austin Aries need to reinvent himself as a person. We don't want to see the Austin Aries we knew several years ago when Hogan was on there, all power hungry and all about himself. We don't need to see that. We need to see a new Austin Aries. And this Austin Aries is still the same Austin Aries for years ago when Hogan was on there. And so, but that's all I have to say about this. I would have never thought. But then when I see Alicia Edward come out, I was like, oh no, she's coming to her husband's defense. And the stand that she got, I just didn't get it until I start looking the stand up of and things. But what I saw what she was doing. I don't think a lot of women would think to do this. If your husband is down and out and you trying to, what is a way that, oh, I'm married to a wrestler, I'm a wrestler, and he's a wrestler. Oh, what can I do to protect my husband to make sure they don't hurt him any further? The stance that she took, it seems like that's a pretty good stance that every married female who is a wrestler and their husband is a wrestler need to take a good look at and just go over him and stand over him. And that it looks like that was her way of preventing them from hurting him even more. But then when she got in Moose's face and gave him these BICTH slap of the century on TNA, I'm gonna tell y'all this. They're gonna try to take it out on Eddie Edwards next week. I guarantee y'all they're gonna try to take that hit out on Eddie Edwards. Oh, Eddie's gonna find some more friends. Anybody in the back I would have thought KM or Flyby Baba would have came out during this time and stopped it. I really did. And at one point in time, I actually thought they would have came out. But Eddie has had his share with feuds, but I mean, to me, Eddie Edwards is one of your big powerhouses, and that's something you just don't do to that. I know it's scripted, like I said, but hey, I don't care. Moose betraying him. I thought Austin Aries was gonna be the one that got betrayed. I would have never thought Eddie Edwards was the one to get betrayed. All right. Last but not least, the women's match. So as y'all remember last week, Ali asked for a match between Sue Young and Tessa Blanchard. Okay. Allie's been trying to stop Sue Young for all the little things that she has did. One, getting killing off Rosemary from the show, getting rid of Madison Rain. Y'all know where she's at. I'll get into that in a minute. But and stuff, and then she needed to get her hand on Tessa Blanchard because every time she tried to go after Sue Young, Tessa Blanchard always interfered. So let's kill two birds with one stone. All right. Tessa Blanchard a spun and like saying Allie's all about herself. I don't think so. Allie's mission was only to, I think Allie's mission was only to actually stop Sue Young, excuse me, y'all, stop Sue Young for the things she has done. Think about all the things she has done. Allie went to her dark place, if you remember, because of Sue Young. And mommy kind of liked it there. So this was a pretty good match. And Tessa Blanchard, I can't believe this is going to roll off my tongue, but I'm going to say it the way I want to say it, is the new Knockouts champion. But she cheated to become. Where does it says in the rule books that you can pull somebody tight to actually gain a title belt? None. I won't be too surprised next week. Sue Young, I hope I pronounced that. Sue Young asked for a rematch for her title belt. Now, if you gotta think, Kira Hogan was down there to support Allie. All right, I understand that. She's Allie's good friend. All right. Then you got the dead bridesmaids. It was a triple threat match. I thought they would have banned somebody from the ringside, but they didn't. it came out being a controversy at the end. So the way that Tessa Blanchard, yeah, your last name is Tessa Blanchard. Your family is the Blanchard Wrestling Blanchards. Nobody don't know much about the Blanchards, but what wrestling family does matter in the wrestling world? Let's think. The McMahons. That's one. That's one. The Hart, the Hart and Near Hart dynasty. The Von Erichs, the Guerreros, and Rey Mysterio. And Rey Mysterio, the Mysterios. Those are the five families. Wait, and Hogan, Hulk Hogan, and let me see who else. And Roman Reigns' damn family. The Wayne Rock Johnson's family. Those are, look, seven families that matters in this industry. If your father wrestled in this industry and made it big and we don't know who he is, your family name don't even matter. Because we don't give a care who your family is. It doesn't matter to us that, oh, I'm Tessa Blanchard and my family was one of the big. If we don't know who your family is, to us, your family is not a big wrestling name we know. If you're not a Guerrero, like I said, if you're not a Guerrero, or Dwayne The Rock Johnson's family, literally, or a Near Hart family, or a Von Erich, your family don't matter. No matter if your father or your uncle, your brother, whoever wrestled in the industry, if we don't know who they are, then you're not above the four families I mentioned. You're like underneath. So picture where the four families I mentioned is. They higher up, and here's your family. Tessa, we have never heard of your father. Whatever. I mean, we all haven't heard of her family. So why does her family name matter? Okay, to me, it doesn't matter. The four families, like I said, matter in this industry. The Hart Near Hart family, the Guerreros, um, the Von Erichs, and y'all know the rest. So, to me, the question of the day, what wrestling family, what top five wrestling families should matter in the wrestling industry? Let me hear from you. I'm Alicia. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.